Hey, I'm Andres from Links Digital. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can boost your paid media ROI by simply using a tracking and attribution solution platform that's going to help you make better data-driven decisions to grow your business. So there are many tools online that help us with tracking performance. Sometimes they provide us with attribution reports, right, to identify what conversions came from where. It helps us identify those marketing channels, those campaigns, those ads that are generating results for us. But if you've been in the media buying game for some time now, you know that it's oftentimes complex to get perfect attribution, sometimes even impossible to really identify what drove the needle. Well, that stops today because we have a tool that helps us identify all of these steps in the journey, in the customer journey, as well as from a first click attribution, last click attribution, and puts it all together for us in a holistic way so we can identify what marketing strategy is driving the best results and driving the revenue that we're looking for in our offer. And that is called SegMetrics. SegMetrics is a reporting and tracking tool that helps you get a holistic view of your customer journey. It helps you identify which marketing strategies are working in different parts of your funnel. You have access to different dashboards, and we're gonna dive in a few seconds here to show you how this actually works. It doesn't matter if you're doing info products, SaaS, e-com, this tool is gonna help you identify those key points, right? And the perfect data points that you need to make the best decision for your campaigns. We're also gonna be talking about SegMetrics Essentials, which is just recently released by SegMetrics, which give you instant done for you reporting with only a few clicks and begin improving your business bottom line in less than 5 minutes by reading pre-built dashboards with insightful reports. For us performance marketers, we're always looking for what is a winning audience or what's a winning ad, right? We're always testing to find what's driving the most revenue. And SegMetrics helps you answer these questions. And like they state on their website, it's easy to bet on the winners when you know who they are. And that is exactly what SegMetrics does. It gives us marketers clarity on what is actually moving the needle in every step of the customer journey. And one thing that is very cool about SegMetrics is that it allows you to connect every single click, every purchase and touch point to a specific actual person in your marketing funnel. So we're about to show you all the different reports that SegMetrics has available and how you can actually take different dashboards and create a specific saved report. That way you can access it instantly, right? As soon as you log in. So we're gonna dive into my screen right now and show you what SegMetrics is all about. All right, so we're inside SegMetrics in the demo account. And here is actually the main home dashboard. And you can see this is actually an e-commerce account. That's a demo. And you have different options here. You have the dashboards, you have the saved reports. These are different segments. And the pretty cool thing is that it tells you what this is about, right? So in the dashboards here, you can create custom dashboards to get access to your KPIs at a glance. This is a save reports. This is where I was mentioning before. You can have a save report that you can instantly access by clicking here, right? Get a snapshot view of all of the save reports that you have. This is the segments. You can basically save the different lead segments according to which platform they came from, right? It depends on how you want to divide it up. So you can see here, it's very visible, very user friendly. You have, you can set up the customer lifetime value here, lifetime revenue. This is new leads, right? You can see how many customers you've gotten this month. So this is like last 30 days compared to the previous month. It gives you a lot of cool data in here, right? And it's very easy to follow, very easy to read. Now, one of my favorite tools, and I'm going to go here into Essentials, and this is what we were talking about. This is a recently released feature with SegMetrics. And here you can actually go into sales to track, the sales performance, right? And give you some insights on what is actually moving the needle or which products are generating the most revenue. So in this case here, for example, launching a marketing plan, you can see here, this one has the most orders and it has more than 3-4 times the revenue of all the other products, right? And these may be a lower ticket product, right? So whatever products you may have, you have the capabilities of adding them here and seeing, as long as you're attaching them, this has API integrations, with tools such as Stripe and there are other tools that you can integrate with SegMetrics in order for you to track this properly in your revenue. So that way it matches with your backend. Here you have the AOV, you have the revenue compared to the last 30 days, you have the sales numbers compared to the last 30 days. It gives you kind of a percentage. If you're in the green or things are going a little south in specific areas, then you have that visibility there. One of my favorite ones is web attribution. I'm gonna skip ahead to these other ones here, but the web attribution as a media buyer is very useful because we're able to see from first click attribution, right? So this is first touch ad, which in reality it's more about first click attribution. It gives you an idea of what's driving the results, right? So we can compare to, like, we're doing Google ads. So you can see here, this is like a branded search campaign. What is this driving, right? So you can see here, this is the amount of revenue that's driving. Look at these remarketing campaigns. So if I sort by revenue and what is driving the most revenue for me, we can see here there's the retargeting campaign, right? It's a remarketing campaign on Facebook based off $8,356 in ad spend. You can see here, it's driving the most revenue, right? In that particular regard. So again, this is just a demo to explain that, but as a media buyer, this is very cool to see because you can go off of of ad name, right? This is ad name. You can go off of the ad set, Google the ad group name as well, right? So the name, that's where the naming convention comes in pretty handy. So that way you know which campaign, which ad is actually driving the results that you need, right? So this is extremely cool to see. You can see the clicks here, the click costs, the CPAs, ultimately make better decisions, because Google may report one thing, but remember with Google, it's not server-side tracking, right? So you're actually just getting specific, you're losing about 30% of visibility on tracking, right? With SegMetrics, you do have the option to get more conversions being tracked here, especially if you have server-side tracking set up. You can see the acquisition channels here, how many leads per day, have a little bit of visibility. You can also see the top landing pages right here, you know, the ones with the highest opt-in rates. There's ad conversion. It gives you kind of where we're at with in terms of ad spend versus revenue. So you can see the ROAS. You can also calculate the ROAS in here. So that's a really cool way to visualize these different data points. This is a visitor breakdown. It tells you where most of these visitors are coming from. So you can see here in this case is a paid visitors, over 3,000 people in the last 30 days came from paid media. That's where most of the investment is going towards. You can see affiliate here, right? Obviously, if you had organic, if you can have email in here set up, then you would be able to see that in this pie chart here. Now, if you go to multi-touch attribution report, you'll see here a behavior flow, right? So you can see in the different steps of the funnel, right? So different conversion rates based on the users that come in, right? So people coming in from that opt-in, right? If you have that opt-in campaign, then you can see here how many people have actually purchased. They moved on to stage 2, for example, or stage 3, you know, and this is obviously set up in a way that you can visualize what stage is what. As long as you have the naming convention properly, you'll be able to, you know, defer between those different stages and how many people reached from a specific campaign. So if it's display, right, then you're going to see here in display, they came, you know, only maybe a handful of sales came through versus maybe paid media efforts, right? You can follow the particular, you can also see the multi-touch, like how many people actually went through the other ads as well, right? So as you can see here, if we go to paid media, you can see 1,700 people came through paid media. And when they went to stage 2, you can see they were also inside those other sources, right? As display and affiliate. So it's a really good way to visualize how your omni-channel strategy is impacting your bottom line as well. You can see the overlap, right, of how many people have been actually touched by a different ad, or let's say they got an ad served on display, but they also got an ad served on Facebook ads. So obviously, again, these channels, you know, they'll be looking pretty different for you if you have Facebook ads, for example, Google ads, and if you want to separate those, then you can do so. Acquisition costs as well, right? You can see how many clicks you got here, the ad spend for particular platforms, and here the top products. You can also calculate the AOV, right? You can calculate the customer lifetime value for this as well, based on what products driving the most results there. Okay, so we're going to the customer journey report, and here you can understand the different path that a customer takes, you know, what stage they're in, right? So you can see ultimately awareness stage, which is top of the funnel, is going to be made up of more than acquisition or engagement and even purchases. Obviously, this is where here people, about 52% converted in from awareness to acquisition. You can see here, these people are engaged. Out of the 451, you have 13% of them actually turned into purchases, and then 55% of these people are returning, right? So here you can obviously set this up accordingly, and it'll be useful for you to see, you know, maybe where people are falling off in the different aspects, right? In the conversion flow that you have, right, for your leads. You can see the opt-in to customer rate here, the visitor to customer, like how many days usually it takes for that person to become a customer. So this is very valuable to identify, like if you have email campaigns that are maybe converting well for you, and you analyze that if you use a specific email sequence, it helps you turn those customers into paying customers in 7 days as opposed to 13, then, you know, that's a good data point for you to analyze and go through. A lot of valuable pieces of data here in the cohorts. You're able to analyze the behavior and the trends for the customer groups over time as well. So you can see here, you know, just based on where the contact was created, you can see the different months that they're in your funnel, right, and value for that. So really good stuff here for this particular report. Now, customer life cycle. This is crucial for you to really measure your conversions down the road. Many performance marketers, or just in general, we tend to focus on cost per lead or cost per sale right away, especially direct response marketing. But if you have an offer where you know that these people are going to convert later down the road, then it's very important for you to analyze what is that customer value growth over time, right? Because it can be that a particular customer costs you $50, but as they get nurtured into the middle of the funnel, you know, email sequences with your remarketing, they may turn into a $5,000 paying customer, right, later on. And this is a good way for you to segment the performance from which segment they came from. You can determine the AOV for those particular orders as well. So it's really cool to see the customer lifetime value, right? You have the customer segmentation here, right? It kind of provides a comprehensive view of the entire customer experience from, you know, the first interaction to the final conversion, right? And you can see where the different cohorts where it came from. So it's really good to see this, the customer frequency, right? So you can see here, it gives you analyze the number of orders times since last purchase and revenue. grouped into rankings of 5. Understand customer behavior based on their purchase frequency and recency, enable you to segment customers and tailor your marketing strategies accordingly. I mean, think about how impactful that will be, right? If you have clarity on when the last time that they bought, right? When was the last time that this user purchased something from your product from you? You can definitely create more personalized ad campaigns or offers that are according to that particular stage. Maybe they bought a lower ticket offer and you know, they've been getting value from you, and you haven't really offered them maybe that upsell, right? Or the higher ticket value, and they're just kind of waiting for that. And so it's very crucial for you to read the customer frequency of the last time that they actually purchased. People that are maybe, you know, they purchased 3 months ago and they get an email with another specific offer, you know, you might increase the chances of getting them to convert again. So these are very useful tools, guys. In here, you also have acquisition tools, where you can get an idea of the different acquisition channels. Okay, you can see the cost per acquisition in general. It'll give you the top ad campaigns. So again, as media buyers and as business owners, you want to see, you know, if you're putting money into your Google campaigns, into your search and display campaigns, is it working? Is it getting us the results that we need? You could also have tags, right? So the tags is, if you have email campaigns, you can add those tags to your email campaigns, right? So one fun fact is that SegMetrics was created a while ago, and they've improved massively, but they've actually created this specifically for Infusionsoft email campaigns. So they're very good at tracking, you know, different emails by adding these tags. So this is a very cool feature if you're an e-com brand store, right? And you're running email campaigns to nurture, to try to, you know, win back sales. This is a really great way for you to tag which campaigns are working, right? And you can obviously tag more than the emails. You can tag, you know, the remarketing campaigns, the different funnels that you have, different steps of the funnel. So it's very, very useful for you to have that. So these are the saved reports, like I mentioned here. So you can actually create the different reports according to what you're looking for. If you're focusing on your KPI of CPA, then this is where you go for, right? You can create that. If you go for cost per lead or cost per sale, then this is where you could actually save those reports and go toward that as well. Okay, so that's the overview for acquisition. You have other tools here, such as new leads. You know, this is a very cool report where I would spend a lot of my time. Specifically love the UTM campaign and UTM source, you know, be able to filter by that and have that page view. It's really cool. You can see, you know, which campaign, which ad in this particular case is generating the most revenue, right? So like if this has been an ad on Facebook, I can see here, brought me this revenue. And it's really cool because I love UTM tracking sheets, you know, being able to track exactly where they came from, because it gives you more clarity than just, you know, the Google conversion. So here you have an idea. There might be a slight discrepancy between Google and the platform, but if you know in your backend that this is actually an ad that brought in X amount of sales and it's matching this, then perfect, right? Then you make this campaign decisions and optimizations according to that. Here you can tag by product price, but I just love this. I love the UTM, you know, medium, being able to set specific UTM parameters in your campaigns, and then seeing them here with this data. It's extremely valuable, extremely valuable. So let's see what else we have here. We also have engagement, right? So we also have the nurture tags, we have marketing lists. There are many tools that you can access. You might not need a lot of these, right? But if you connect, you know, integrate your marketing channels the right way, very easy to set up with this tool, then you have a lot of data that you would normally not see on Google Analytics, or at least now with GA4, it's a little bit more complex to set up with Google Analytics 4. But here you have, you know, active user lifetime value, right? Web engaged leads. You have the lead value. You can see the top channels, right? You know, you have save reports based on the different funnels that you have. If you have, like, you know, Black Friday funnel, you know, you have a webinar funnel that you're running, you can see the reports in here, you know, the conversion rates, and you can open them up. So it's really, really useful, and it has a lot of tools that you can use every day to really get insight and have a pulse on what's working on your marketing funnels. Okay, another cool tool that they have here is a conversion tool inside Intelligence. You have an overview to get an idea for the conversion rates and the performance across your campaigns. Okay, you can see the top revenue lead sources, right? So you can see maybe if it's an email campaign, you know, if you have an affiliate account or an affiliate, you know, marketing strategy, and that's what's giving you more results. Maybe it's Google, right? So here you have the refer, okay, and this you can modify accordingly if you want to just show maybe the campaigns as well. That is something that you can do. The new lead conversion rate, obviously you can just compare, you know, different time frames, and again, you have the different save reports for the specific viewpoints here as well. Ultimately, with Essentials, you have everything that you need, really, if you're running e-commerce, right? If you want to just get insights for let's say, you know, e-commerce client data, right? Shopping cart data. If you're running Klaviyo email campaigns, you can definitely check out the report and see what insights are available right out of the box, right? So with SegMetrics Essentials, it will be bundled into your SegMetrics Intelligence business account that you have access to, right? So if you sign up for this, for SegMetrics, you actually have a 14-day free trial. So we're gonna leave a link in the description so you guys can check it out, play around with it yourself, and really see the different ways that you can measure data, you know, view reports to help you make better decisions every step of the way. And yeah, just like I said, I mean, I love the pre-built dashboards. It makes it super simple, you know, easy, and it's a complete time saver for busy media buyers. You just go in here, like I said, essentials, and just have all the data all in one place, like the number of sales, the AOVs, right? You know, the revenues by segment. Okay, you see which audiences, which cohorts are actually bringing in most revenue. It's an awesome tool here. So everything is all in one place, and as well as the customers. It'll tell you which customers have, you know, the highest AOV and customer lifetime value. So there you have it, guys. I mean, this is a really useful tool. If you're thinking about tools right now, if you've been, you know, researching different tools online, SegMetrics is the way to go. We recommend it. Hands down, one of the best tools that we've used for reporting. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications to get notified once we drop some more video knowledge your way, or any other tools that we come across like this. We're gonna go ahead and recommend them. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.